Hello, welcome back. Today we take on the Kansas State Wildcats in the semi-final of the college football playoffs. They are what is going to be known as a run-first team. Greg Barrow has nearly 2,000 yards on the ground by himself, and he carried this ball a near 350 times. The four-star redshirt junior is going to be a player that I think we're going to have a lot more focus on. I don't think we'd have to worry about too many other weapons. Yes, our passing game always could use a little bit of a bump, but if you could stop a team's run game, I truly believe that we'll be fine. As they didn't have a receiver that went over 1,000 yards, as it's not just Greg Barrow we have to worry about, it's Jeremiah McClellan. Not quite to 1,000 yards, but he's got a lot of speed for us to worry about. He is their version of our Manny Gage or our Patrick Hakeem. A lot of speed there. Can catch the ball, do what he needs to do, but ultimately the main weapon is just how fast they get off the line. And on the linebacking side, Basil Montrose. Now, he's capped out on everything, but he's still a player to be reckoned with. And so welcome to the semifinals of the college football playoffs. Kansas State gets to wear the home uniforms as we are in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, and the senior quarterback Ryan Puglisi will lead out your UAB Blazers here in Atlanta. We're looking to continue history. We are up to 14-0. The Wildcats are 13-2. We escaped with the skin of our teeth last time, and now the competition only gets better, as they will get the ball first is Delonte Kitchenings to kick off another playoff game in his career. Not bringing it out of the end zone as it's about 5 yards deep. We have the more prolific offense. Everything about our offense is better except for the amount of times that we rush the ball. They have us beat severely in rushing, so expect to see a lot of that today. I'd expect nothing less, so let's see what we get into. As on 1st and 10, they go against the Tennessee. They go to play action, and it's going to be caught for a gain of 5, and on the tackle will be Jeremiah Vessel. This team will be using some hurry up, as this one on 2nd and 5 will result in a first down reception with more hurry up. We'll send a man in motion, left to right, tight end in a pistol. It's a play fake back to the tight end, and he is lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, but they will mark him for a loss of 1. On 2nd and 1 going back outside, this one will be caught, bringing up 3rd and 10. Wildcats looking at a potential punt situation. Down the field, this one's caught for a first down. Luke Crowman-Hoke. I'm going to try and not butcher that name today. Crowman-Hoke will hand this one off to Barrow, and he's up the field for a 15-yard scamper. The blocking of the Kansas State offensive line is going to be something we're dealing with all day as Crowman-Hoke goes to the left, and this will be caught for another first down. The Wildcat offense moving down the field with some ease on their first drive. Barrow breaking one tackle and getting dropped after a gain of 1. On 2nd and 9, Crowman-Hoke finds a man over the middle, and that's Ferguson for his second catch of the day, getting him up to 19 yards. And on 3rd and 4, Crowman-Hoke takes it, moving right side on the read option, and he scored. Kansas State drives down the field and puts points on the board immediately, taking just over 2 minutes and 42 seconds to do so. Now with the Blazers, Puglisi, play fade, Jamal Thomas on the catch. That will result in a gain of 8. UAB trying to answer the Wildcats, as it is James Coon on the carry to bring 3rd and inches. And with that 3rd and inches, Coon will not get it. He is stonewalled. 4th and 1. Blazers will go for it. Will get the first down with Patrick Hakeem, who breaks a couple of tackles and gets the ball to the 40-yard line. After that, it'll be a handoff to DeAndre Crisp, reading the blocks well, turning this into a gain of 10 for 2nd and inches. Alex Casillas checks into the game, and he's stopped. They will give him the first down. Now another play fake, going outside. It's Jalen Elder, the senior receiver. He's got a first down on the RPO. The 1st and 10 for Puglisi. It's a handoff to Nate Rogers going right side. He's got a block. He gets to the edge. He's got some running room, and he is hit down around the 20. Coming up to the 18-yard line. It'll be a play fake for Puglisi. Looking down the field, drops it in the bucket for Forney, and he will score. So UAB takes a little bit longer on time, but they will respawn with 7 of their own. Now for Chrome and Oak. Looking left side. This one will be caught. It will result in a gain of 4. As they continue to go with hurry up, it'll be a handoff to Barrow, right side, breaking a tackle, but instead of being able to go forward, he'll lose 2, swarmed by the UAB defense. 3rd and 15. Cromino goes down the field. This one's caught. It results in a first down and 4 in front of Vernon Woodward. On 1st and 10, Chrome and Oak outside, finding Barrow, and this one goes for a gain of 4. That'll result in a 2nd and 6, where Chrome and Oak wants to change things. A line of scrimmage, passing play, another highlight reel type catch for a first down. Chrome and Oak wants to pass, goes short. Barrow breaks the ankles of Soto. And that'll be a gain of 6. We're going to go ahead and move to 3rd and 4. Chrome and Oak looking, wants to scramble, stepping up. He'll be brought down, and he'll be short of the first down. And he's shaken up. Kansas State may have just lost their quarterback. On 4th and 1, kicking this one will result in a field goal. Extra 3 points for the Wildcats. 2nd and 8, Puglisi. First down throw to Patrick Hakeem, and he's swarmed by Wildcats as he gets to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. A handoff to James Coon. He finds a hole. He gets the first down up to the 46-yard line. A minute left in this first quarter. Another handoff. This time it's DeAndre Crisp, and he'll gain 5. He's on 2nd and 5. Puglisi going over the right side. This one's caught. Gain 4. Jamal Thomas gets another reception. A handoff for DeAndre Crisp, reading the blocks well, getting a first and falling forward for more. We go into the second quarter, 2nd and 8 for Ryan Puglisi, rolling out to his right, throwing back to his left. This one will be caught by Thomas. He's looking for blockers, and he won't get them as he'll be going down at the 6-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Puglisi rolling right, find a man wide open. It's Forney for his 2nd touchdown of the game. First and 10, Chrome and Oak comes back into the game. Lucky for the Wildcats, we send the blitz. It's not going to get home, and now we're going to result in a gain of 8 on this passing play. 2nd and 2, just send the man in motion. Chrome and Oak will hand this one off to Barrow. He's going to scoot by for the first down. With that 1st and 10 being picked up, it's another handoff to Barrow. He's reading the blocks well. The offensive line is blocking well. That's a gain of 7. 2nd and 3, another handoff to Barrow. He hesitates for a moment, gets tracked down, and gets stopped inches short, but the RPO would pick up the first and allow the Wildcats to stay on the field for at least one more play. The They bring it into a tight formation. Roanoke looking down the field. He's gonna get sacked. Devontae Soto gets sent on the blitz, and that's gonna move him to a 3rd and 16. Defense wants to get off the field, playing their heart out now as Roanoke goes down the field. Spin move, and he will not get the first. Gain of 12 results in a 4th and 4, where a field goal is made again. For K-State's last 2 drives end in field goals. UAB trying to continue to extend their lead as they hand it off to James Coon going right side. Getting another first down. Coon stays in the game. Another handoff for him straight up the middle. He's gaining 6. Halfway through the second quarter now, it's another play fake. Puglisi looking downfield, finds Akeem. First down up to the 37. Checking back in at 2nd and 10. Puglisi looking. This one's nearly intercepted. Almost a drive killer there on 3rd and 10. Puglisi stepping forward. This one's batted away. On 4th and 10, we're going to attempt a 55-yard field goal from the logo. This kick is up, and it is through the uprights. Thank you for Wyatt Martin and having mega leg. On 1st and 10. Roanoke goes outside. This one goes backwards for 1. 3rd and 7. Roanoke down the field, incomplete. They're forced to punt. On 2nd and 8, we're trying to avoid the same fate as DeAndre Crisp is trying to get to the outside. He won't get there. About 4 yards short for 3rd down. He'll get another carry. He will pick up the first down this time. 3 minutes left in this second quarter. As Puglisi's trying to get down the field. It's going backwards on the screen. A loss of 7. 3rd and 18. Can we pick it up after that mistake? Down the field and incomplete. He had a man open and just didn't see him. 1st and 10 for Kansas State. This play goes for about 8, and they would call a timeout. They're looking to break the lead, if not take the lead from UAB. We send the blitz. No one's able to get home. This is caught. First down, diving out of bounds at the 20. Roanoke continues to stay in an empty backfield. As on 2nd and 10, looks down the field. This one gets his receiver tattooed by DeAndre Provo. As now on 3rd and 10. Roanoke finds a man, incomplete. Jordan Rodriguez, the DN, in coverage as Kansas State would get their 3rd field goal of the day. With very little time left in the first half, Puglisi looking down the field would find a man. I think that's Fournier for a near first down. Now 2nd and 2 is Patrick Akeem in motion from left to right. Puglisi, deep drop, looking downfield, finds a man. It's Patrick Akeem, and he will score. Leaving 6 seconds on the clock to end the first half, but they would extend their lead to 8. And Kansas State will wisely just take the knee as we head into halftime. Your player spotlight is going to go on to Patrick Akeem, as on 4 catches, he has 125 yards and a single touchdown. That touchdown, as you saw, came at the end of the half, came on a wheel route with a motion before it. Trying to see what we could find there, and that's probably the biggest play of the game. A near 1-play drive for UAB. Now, as we come back from halftime, UAB gets the ball back, looking for an opportunity to double dip with the points, as James Coon is breaking several tackles for a gain of 9. On 2nd and 1, will be another handoff for James Coon, and this one gets the first. Now 1st and 10. James taking another handoff. He breaking another set of tackles, and he gets another first. 1st and 10. A play action green pass to Casillas. I don't know what I'm saying, but we're saying it and it sounds correct. results in the gain of 8, a 2nd and 2 carry by Chris. And he can't seem to run through that safety, but he will be getting a first down. 3rd and 10, keeping the drive alive. We go over the right side for Hakeem. He's up to 140 yards receiving now. A handoff for Chris. He's falling forward for another gain of 7. We're just having our way against this Kansas State defense right now. It's Puglisi taking a shot to the end zone. Broken up. And so we would have to kick a field goal, which we would make, making the score 27-16. Now Cromanhook takes the read option. He'll go get a first. 2nd and 9, screen pass, caught, going outside, breaking a little bit of that tackle with help from the lineman. We'll put him at 3rd and 1. Barrow takes the carry. He'll pick up the first before dragging a defender an extra few yards. 3rd and 7. Cromanhook looking down the field, taking a shot to the end zone. This one incomplete, just over the head of his receiver. That's a punt. Now Puglisi looking down the field. This one's caught by Fournier. He already has 2 touchdowns on the day, looking for a 3rd one. Puglisi getting sacked, bringing up 3rd and 14. Basil Montrose was the one who's going to get the credit there. It's not Puglisi. Finds a first down over to Eddie Gage from right to left, putting us at that 32-yard line. A play fake and a damn good one, as now going down the field. This one is caught by, I believe that is Jalen Elder, the senior receiver, continuing to make plays. First getting us to a goal to go on the 3, and Fournier could have had his 3rd touchdown of the day, but he would drop it in the end zone. Basil Montrose and Leon Brazil shaking up, trying to get a reverse and be tricky, and it's going to result in a huge loss back to the 11. Where we're forced to kick a field goal. This one will be up and good, giving us a 2-score lead over Kansas State. Can't quite say we're dominating, but hey, when you're winning by at least 2 scores, you're pretty much dominating. Now going down the field, finding a man who has to go up for it and getting dropped at the 21-yard line. Kansas State is already trying to start mounting their comeback here in the 4th. Cromanhook goes outside. This one's caught. It will be a gain of 5. That's Vernon Woodward. Vernon Woodward III's 5th tackle. Now breaking a tackle here is the back, and he will be dropped after gaining 2. 1st and 10, Cromanhook pulls it on the read option, getting great blocking, and he's going to score again. That's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. UAB trying to extend the lead. Puglisi looking downfield, finds Hakeem. He's picking up a block. Not able to get the 2nd one. If he gets that 2nd block, he is as good as gone for another 6 points. They've gotten us into a 3rd and 8. We're trying to keep this drive alive as Puglisi takes a deep drop, looking down the field. This one is broken up in and out of the hands of Thomas. And so now Kansas State has the opportunity to try and tie the game. Cromanhook looking downfield, decides to check it down. It will be a first down. Looking to move the ball even faster down the field on 1st and 10 from the 31. Cromanhook goes short to his tight end. He will get a first down, breaking 1 tackle. Not wasting any time with more hurry up. They've been doing this all game. It's another handoff, a great run up the middle, up to the 31-yard line. They need to get 7 here. They need to tie this game, and it's looking like they're going to be able to as they gain 5 on this rush. Another handoff, another at least 5-yard spin move. At least another 5-yard gain. 1st and 10, he pulls it, breaking tackles, trying to have his way for the end zone, and this time Cromanhook gets stopped when he pulls it on the read option. But then he's going to pull it again, and he's going for the end zone. He is dropped at the 1. Cromanhook really wanted his 3rd rushing touchdown, but he's going to settle for handing this one off as Kansas State would tie the game with 6 to go. Jumping in around the 4-minute mark, 1st and 10, a handoff to Chris. He's going to get another 10-yard gain. Pretty much running back by committee this game, going outside to Hakeem. This one will result in a gain of 5. 3 minutes left. And DeAndre Chris is still in the game. Taking this handoff, finds the 1st down. And so we will lose Barry Walker for a couple of plays. That's a free timeout for Kansas State. As we hand this one off to Chris again, and he's going to gain only 3. No timeout from Kansas State. Another handoff. No, it's a play fake. Fooled even me. A 1st down to Thomas. We're going to take it all the way down to the 2-minute warning. Now 1st and goal. Handoff to Chris. He's going to get dropped at the 6. 2nd and goal. Another handoff to Chris. He's getting dropped at the 7. And that's going to burn one of K-State's timeouts. 3rd and goal. Handoff to Chris. Diving for the end zone. He's in there. K-State with a minute left in the game. Calling a timeout. Down 7. 2nd and 1. Looking, scrambling, picking up the 1st is Cromanoke. They do not spike the ball. They keep pushing it, finding a man open. It's a 1st down, breaking tackles. And he's up to the 37. They spike the ball, so bringing up 2nd and 10. Cromanoke wants to take a shot for the end zone. This one is caught, but out of bounds. Able to push him out there with all his might. And I mean, that was the only thing he could have done. As he caught this with one hand, but only comes down with 1 foot, which just so happens to be out of bounds. Now a handoff, 1st down run, gives them another opportunity and some clock stoppage. They would spike it. Now Cromanoke taking a quick drop, screen pass, and getting pushed out of bounds. For a free clock stoppage as Byron Abreu will know what's going on with him. 3rd and 6. Defense trying to hold strong. 2 receivers in the area. Wide open in the back of the end zone. Here's going to score, and that's going to tie up this game. 1st and 10. We send Hakeem in motion. We got 23 seconds to try and get down the field, and we're taking a shot, and Hakeem's going to catch it. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. 1 play to put us back on top and put the pressure back on the Wildcats. We're trying to make it to 15-0. We're trying to keep this perfect season alive. We're doing everything we can. Can the defense hold on for 1 more drive, or are we going to get forced into some overtime or potentially lose this game if they score and go for 2? First and 10, 6 seconds left. This could potentially be the last play in regulation. Cromanoke, great protection. 6 people blocking, taking a shot down the field. Broken up. Your UAB Blazers are going to the College Football National Championship at 15-0. 1 more game. 1 more game to try and win it all. I hope you have enjoyed this. I really do. This has been such a crazy season. The playoffs have been even crazier, and we have the opportunity to complete history for the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Tune in next time to see not only who we play against, but how we do in the school's first ever national championship appearance.